my friends, Dave Alexandra here with Forex market preview for the following week, which is gonna be Monday, April 1st till the Friday 5th. So let's check the news, what we're gonna have next week, and where the market makers will have the opportunities to manipulate the market. So we will start the Monday. We will have some news for the USD and the CAD. The Poles will be speaking. Tuesday is pretty important. I mean, we have the news on the Aussie RBA statement. I think it's gonna be the good opportunity to fire up the Aussie down because it's still ranging now, but we will look at it on the charts. And the Friday will be perfect for the dollar and the Canadian dollar as well. So let's go to the charts, and we will start as usually with the dollar index. So the dollar index, I'm not gonna go through all the charts right now, through all the time frames, but I will look to the most important ones because I did the proper long video last week. If you missed this video, please check the link below this video where I went through all time frames. So we have on this weekly, still I'm expecting to this wave 5 be finished, and right now we can see that we have this test of the supply zone. I'm expecting right now it's to be broken because on the daily we can see how on the 2 weeks ago on the FOMC, actually 1 week ago on the FOMC, they recharged their guns, and right now they're moving up, and the banks, they just absorbed this supply zone. So if we look right now to the COT numbers, we can see something really interesting because it looks a little bit confusing, but it's not so much. So we have these blue candles, which is the marked candles for our report. So we can see that from the March 19th, where they been 38k longs, the banks reported last Tuesday only 36k longs. But how this happened? And as well, the numbers look lower than they looked before, but I will explain it very easily. So we can see that they've been 45 here, then 38 here, and now they are 36 here. But the thing is that the numbers was reported on the Tuesday, which is this blue candle, and then the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we have seen this move up. So they definitely moved. They definitely added more longs to their exposure, and we can see that this reducement from the 38 to the 36. It means that we can see that they reduced their shorts from the 12 to 11. So they probably closed the 1k shorts here, then they are something like very similar like here. So they're being closed some longs as well, probably in these spikes, as we can see. And then after the report, they just move it up. So they're trying to confuse the traders, and I still see the potential move up. However, as I said that we're gonna have as we're gonna have the news on the Friday, the NFP, we can see that they're not adding too much heavily the longs, and they much more close some shorts. So what I'm expecting now, that we could probably see they're not adding the longs yet too much, because I think that we could see the reversal, short-term correction for this week, and on the Friday probably some bad data will come on the NFP. However, they will move it up. This is what I'm expecting. So I'm expecting that for the whole week we will see the correction on the dollar, and then on the Friday the continuation up. However, let's see. It's gonna be interesting because I have to say that last it's not months, but maybe the last 2 years, there's not much volatility on the NFP, and it's always a big disappointment. What they're doing mostly is that The market doesn't move too much on the NFP. However, on the Monday it starts to move. It's, you know, and the people are in the traps, and so let's see. So I'm expecting doing the correction, which shows me the technically after the absorbent of this supply, where we have this new demand created, and this is gonna be the nice level for the longs. So I think that we could see this happening on the week. On the 4 hours chart, if you look at it closely, we can see that we just hit this supply zone, and probably we will see this drop during the week. So let's continue to the next one, and it's the gold. Gold is my very favorite pair, and I really like to trade it, and we have the perfect trades exactly as I posted in the Telegram channel, where we've been expecting this. Actually, I must say that I'm pretty accurate with the gold, because I posted this short, then I posted this long, and then I was expecting this short again, and it's actually happening, because look at this. This is where I was expecting short, and we are right now somewhere here. So this is it. This is where I expected this short, and it just dropped down more than 250 pips, and we have these trades in my group, and it's perfect trade, and I will hold it for the long term. And right now I will explain you why. I already mentioned that in the last video, but why not to do it again. So if you look to the COT numbers, we can see that here on the February, which was here on the top, the banks closed the big numbers of their longs, so they took the profit. They took the profit, and they didn't have any bigger positions of the shorts here. They actually closed them here 2 weeks ago. They closed the shorts here, and then they added big longs, so they made this last bullish run up. And here they closed these big positions, which caused this big drop down. When they closed this, what happened then? Fifth, which was here, you can see that they've been rising for 4 weeks. They raised a bit the longs, which we can see that they raised it here, here, and here. However, what do we see is that it was happening on this top line of the descending channel, and it came exactly into the supply zone. But what do we see here? We see that the longs was rising in these blue candles where they reported it. So we can see 226 longs. But as again, this is the Tuesday, you know, this is the Tuesday when they're reporting their positions, and you can see that they don't have too much shorts in here. Why they did it? You know, they're doing it to confuse the traders, because now the someone who doesn't make these reports like me, they see just this. And if you look at this, the change from the last week, you can see that okay, there is more longs and less shorts, so it's bullish, but it's not, because the report is here and we don't have data from here. But what's probably happened here? They definitely closed their longs here in this candle. They closed their longs, and they probably added some short positions. So I'm pretty sure that the next week we will see the bigger data. It depends where will be the candle, because as I said, I'm expecting the correction right now on the dollar before the NFP, so it will be moving higher before it drops down. But definitely this is very bearish for me right now, and it's in confluence with the dollar. So I'm still holding my shorts as well with my guys in the group, and yeah, we very nicely profiting on this one. So on the 4 hours chart, I will be waiting if the price come into these levels. 1307 will be good to add more short. So if the dollar will be making the corrective move in this week, this level will be perfect for me to add another shorts in my in my trades, to my trades. Next one is the euro. Euro is very bearish. I don't have to repeat this, but on the monthly, we're expecting this be filled up. Euro, the ECB banks is really desperate right now, and they don't know what to do with the economics, and I think this will really drop down, because they even discussing the negative interest rates, which is a bit crazy. So what do we see here in the numbers? The technically, as we've seen, we have the test of this downtrend line on the weekly. Monthly it's downtrend, and on the daily we can see that this FOMC fake break is now continue heavily down. And what happened is simply that the banks they closed big longs, something like 6k longs, and now they adding even more shorts, and they closed even more longs. So the total net positions are -82, and it's the more heaviest the shorts they've been in the last long time. So I'm expecting this continue down. I would like to see the correction into this supply zone and then continuation down. However, I don't think they will give this chance. I think they will more likely to push it down. So let's see what's gonna happen here. In the 4 hours chart, we can see this you know, the downtrend, and I think that we could see this break up, and from here would be nice, but if the price will be here on the Friday, and we could sell it. So I'm waiting to the break of this trend line, then the market will be moving up. However, I'm not gonna be taking the long trades because it's against all these trends. But what I wanna see is something like the price action here, and then the break, retest, and continuation down with the daily downtrend, weekly, and the 4 hours. So short-term longs are possible, but I'm not interested in this. I'm going only with my sequence of the charts and the trends. This one is the Aussie, and the Aussie is as well in the monthly. Monthly actually doesn't have a. It looks like this is, of course, looks like a downtrend, but technically it's actually broken uptrend, and we need the leg up and down to have a, you know, lower low, lower high. So this looks more like a pause than the impulse. So for me, I say it's a broken uptrend. However, it's a strong downtrend, but it's downtrend definitely on the weekly, and we have this supply zone which was tested, and it's in control now, and so I'm expecting the price to drop down. On the daily, it's more clear what is happening, so we can see this descending channel, which is this part on the weekly, and price is still balancing up here, and I think it's for the reason that the banks are expecting this, which is gonna be on the Wednesday, and I think on the Wednesday it's gonna start to drop it down. Because what do we see here? We can see that that from last week, which was this candle, into from the previous report to the last week report, we can see that they rise the longs from the 19k to the 22, so we can see 23k more. So it could make someone think that, okay, we are bullish, but the thing is that why they added these longs? They added it for the reason to move the price up, and look what they've been doing for the quite while with their shorts positions. They went 53, 54, 53, 54, 64, 68, 72, 76. So while they've been moving the price up, they've been building their shorts positions. So they added shorts, and here they reported 76. then the price moved down, so they probably closed even some more of their longs positions, and now they moving up again. So if they're still holding these shorts and they're moving up again, so they will probably add some more shorts here, and it's in perfect confluence with my theory of the continuation of the downtrend, uptrend on the dollar, and now the correction. So if we will have this correction, and on the Wednesday is this RBA statement, we will probably see this drop down in whatever the news will come out, because we can see that they clearly preparing for their short positions. In other side, the commercials, what they're doing, you can see that they building their longs. So why they building their longs? Because they hedging, and if they adding more to the longs, they expecting price to drop down. So they wanna hedge their positions. They wanna balance somewhere around. They don't wanna have the big differences in the currencies. So on the 4 hours chart, it will probably could be possible to take the shorts from these levels to 173, which gonna be, you know, some this correction and then bounce down. We can see as well, we have this nice trend line which was tested 1 time, 2 time, you know, now we have this false break, so the people entered at longs here, so they have probably shorts here, stop losses here, those who entered shorts on these breaks, so they put stop loss, where you put stop loss, of course, above here. So what's probably gonna happen now is that they're gonna, you know, stop hands these stop losses, but as well in the other side, what's gonna happen? The traders who will see this break, and they will definitely do it like this. So it's attract the people for the long. So they will see the breakout, retracement traders, and then another breakout. So even more people in the longs, then the RBA statement. So what then the people will think is, oh, okay, we have the uptrend, but they didn't look at this, and they don't know about what do we have here. So they will be totally faked out, and from here, once the people will be in the longs, these shorts will be out, because no one is going to use this big stop loss, and boom. This is what I'm expecting on the Aussie. So the next one is the British pound, and British pound is pretty tricky one. I mean, it's not so tricky, but it's hard for the psychology to trade it. So what do we have here? I must start with the monthly, because we have this broken downtrend, then the price moved up, then it was filled in this Brexit supply, it's pushed price down again, created new supply, and then retested this demand zone, which was from where came this impulse, and right now it's pushing price up again. On the weekly, we have already the uptrend, because we have created high, higher low, higher high, and here is a very beautiful zone which I expect to be touched before we go up, because you can see this space below, and the people who are trading the longs will have the stop losses here, and as well many people expecting that the pound will be weak after this, all these Brexit things, and that they will definitely enter their shorts here. But what I'm expecting is something like boom, you know, like big fake out, and I will explain in a minute why. Now if we look to the daily chart, what do we see here? Is this, we have the uptrend, and we have the high, high, low, higher, high. So uptrend is confirmed, and now the price is doing some these things. You know, many people already thinks it's bearish, but now look at this, and I will explain what is going on. So we can see that right now, when it's all this Brexit, I call it circus, because I don't know how to call it this anymore. It's really crazy, because this Brexit votes, it was I think 2 years ago, or I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, and still actually nothing happened. Well, anyway, so what is going on here? we can see that the longs positions are still something around 33k, you know, and going around. But what happened when the Brexit is coming? Look what is happening with the short positions of the banks. So they've been in the past, they've been something like 132k, which was actually somewhere here on the beginning, which was somewhere here. And right now they are just 40, just 40. It's the lowest number. You can see how it was changing. It's the lowest number right now. And look how big difference they did last 2 weeks before these Brexit things going on. So they've been 66k shorts, and right now they closed in last 2 weeks. They closed something like 26k shorts, and they added 3k longs. Look how it's changed from the 33% to the long side and 76% to the short side. And right now they are 45 to the longs and 55 to the shorts, which is the biggest change in here. So what this suspect me to, what this make me to think that is going on here? This is big accumulation. This is big accumulation before it will moves up. The thing is that I'm still bullish with the dollar. But the pound is totally living their own life. So as we can see here on this on the weekly chart, this space will be very tricky, because I think the banks are setting the trap here. Even the people who see, everyone see this, what I see on the charts, I definitely don't draw something special, but we can see this uptrend weekly, you know, monthly nice to bullish impulses, daily uptrend, you know. So people probably they want to go long, and those who reading the rumors about the, you know, in the news and these things, those people want to go short. And you can see this gap here, which was touched once, 2 times, 3 times, you know. So those who believe in the longs, and they are actually right, they will probably put their stop losses here. And those who believe in what is in the news and this stuff everywhere, they will probably enter their shorts after the break of this level. So they will enter the short here as well. The stop losses will be here. So this zone will be very important to, I don't want to be rude, but to the fake out the people. So what they will do is this. I think that this zone, we will see the drop down here, and then strong, very strong move up, very strong move up. And it could happen in this way. While they move it down, they will sold their short positions to those who will break, who will be shorting, and when they hit the stop losses, it's gonna be actually the buy. I believe the explosive move up, but first it's gonna be this fake out of this, what is building here. It's my view on the pound. If we look at it on the 4 hours chart, this looks like this. You can see we are in this demand zone, and we have actually on the 4 hours the downtrend. Actually, I should update my trend line like this. So we will see this something like the drop down into the zone, and then move up. So I will be interested to trade it with some nice buy limits later. Next one is Kiwi. Kiwi is very boring pair for me, but let's see what is going on here. So the monthly we have the downtrend, weekly it's actually we have this broken downtrend, then we have the impulse up, retest, and then the problem to create the new highs. So it's the range. you know, we must be, it's the range, it's not the uptrend yet. On the daily, we had the uptrend, of course, it was the uptrend because if we scale it, so we can see that we had the uptrend here, but it was broken, then we had the uptrend down, downtrend, uptrend again, and right now, if you're looking at the chart, so we had this last impulse which was making these higher highs, and then it was broken, but it didn't remove the last demand zone, only one, which is not changed for me, only one, and this supply zone above is still holding. It was touched, this one was touched, but since then the price is moving between this, and we don't see nothing is going on. On the 4 hours chart, it's a little bit more clear, because if you look to the market dynamics, we can see that, and we can see it actually on the daily as well, that it's the range. But look, while the price is moving up, we can see it's moving slowly, and then the strong impulse down. Again, price is moving up and strong impulse down. So for me, it looks like the bearish accumulation, right? Up and strong down, up, strong down, strong down, strong down. Okay, so let's check the numbers. If we look for the numbers, we can see that, let me zoom this a bit, so we see the last report candle is here. So we can see that the banks they are like neutral. We can see it here on the percentage. It's like a 50-50, you know. So it's really, even in their numbers, it's really like not saying much. So I'm not interested at the moment to take any trade, especially if I'm like here in the middle of the range, you know. So if I would be here, I would be very glad to take a shorts. We actually had the sell limit here, but it wasn't filled. So, but let's look back to the numbers. So we can see that from here to here, which is this report, the banks added the 3K, 5K longs, and they added the 4K shorts around. So what probably happened in here is that they closed the longs again, and the short positions are now here. So it confirms me that they preparing the shorts positions, because if you look to the commercial side as well, we can see that they actually growing their longs. Yeah, I see it right now. So they actually growing their longs positions, and we can see they growing their shorts position. So if they growing the shorts positions as well, the longs positions, they expecting the price to drop down. Yeah, so definitely I think that this accumulation is the bearish accumulation. If you look to the 4 hours chart, it gives more clue, but still I would need to see the break, some break lower, and then I would be interested to trade it. Or if the price comes back up to this supply zone, then I will be interested to take short. But at this moment, it's not clear for me. The next one is the USD CAD. USD CAD is weekly in the uptrend. Monthly we had this downtrend, which was here, and it was broken up, retested, and it's moving up. So we have this bullish impulse right now. We need to still this one to draw the trend line, because this one is on the weekly, and on the daily we definitely have the uptrend. However, now we failed short to create new high. I think I know why is that. This trade is so obvious and everyone is expecting it to go up. So I think a lot of hard games and fake outs will be played here. So what is going on now? We can see in the numbers. So we can see that the longs was cooled off now, and from here where we have the 62, the banks reported just 59 here. Yeah, they're doing it probably because they want to attract the people to the shorts, because this looks like this what is reported here definitely looks like maybe the trend change, because we have the less longs and more shorts. But why is that? Look here, you have 62 here, then you move price up, and the Monday you close your positions, you drop it down, and you report the less longs because you took the profit. They took the profit here, and they added the shorts, and now they're taking the price down. However, still we looks pretty bullish in here. So what I'm expecting, and if you look to the commercials, they actually it's now a bit confusing. This doesn't tell too much right now, because I can see the reducement in the longs, here in the shorts. Probably this is not so clear for me. I just see that they move it up, they close something, you know, now they moving down. So for me it's now more important the price action, and the price action says that actually all time frames are up, and I will be waiting here to take a long trade, which is nested in this zone. So I'm still expecting some drop and then continuation up, maybe the stop hunt into these levels. So this is for the USD CAD. This is the US Swiss franc. I must say that I don't like this pair for quite some time. It's moving strange. So what do we see is the monthly uptrend, weekly uptrend. Daily we had this uptrend, and it's breaking right now around this and moving to nowhere. So who is in the trades and doesn't have the longs, you probably paying the big swaps. So not good for trading. If you look to the data, we can see that the banks actually, what's happened here from this candle to this candle, which was this report, they reduced their longs from 35 to 33, and they reduced their shorts as well. So so they probably, yeah, so we can see that we have the 2k shorts minus 2k shorts, which was probably closed here in the profit, and once they're reporting less 35k 33, so it could be closed like with the hedge, so nothing extra is happening here, but overall the exposure changed a bit to the long side. So they're probably moving the price lower to build more longs. So I'm not interested to do anything here. If the price move higher, could be the shorts, but these other time frames are up, so not for the shorts. More what I would be interested is if the price drop lower into 0, 9 and 4 zone, I would like to take a long. So nothing else at this moment. And this is actually what I have drawn here on this 4 hours chart. So we have downtrend on the 4 hours, and we can see that this downtrend, we can say it was broke. The trend line was, I cannot say the downtrend was broken. For the downtrend broken, I need to remove these zones, which didn't happen, and this break through this trend line, nothing strong. So I think it's just to, you know, and then it will drop lower. So till I'm not in these zones, I'm not interested to do anything. Next one is the Aussie yen and US dollar yen. So we have monthly downtrend, however it's not so sharp, but this low is lower than this one, so it is actually the downtrend. Weekly it is the downtrend. Daily we have the downtrend as well, because we had this uptrend which was broken, and we can see bam bam bam, nice lower low here. And right now the price is moving up into this supply zone, which will be perfect for the taking the trades down. And in the 4 hours chart, so we can see we had this downtrend which was broken, and now we have this, and we are moving up. This zone probably will be cancelled. So we had actually the trade here, and I closed it, and we're moving up. I actually realized one interesting thing, that what is the most people doing, and I realized that this pattern is really repeating a lot. Many people can see, you know, I'm using the supply and demands, but some people using the supports and resistance. It's nothing wrong on it. If it fits to you, it's not the problem. So they probably have the support here, and what is or somewhere, you know, somewhere around here. And what's the problem is the mostly that we can see the price is dropping down, and the people wants to take a short from the level, because they can see that once it bounces. And I realized that mostly when these trends are going, the banks, they actually doesn't care too much about the levels, and they mostly take it to the second level. So it's better to wait the higher, and what as well can help you with this is to use the Fibonacci. And for example, if you drop your Fibonacci, and if you use the level 78.2 or 61.8, you will never be selling in the half of the move, because right now this is somewhere in the half, and the banks knows that the 50% many people is using it, and they have the stop losses mostly here. So if you don't use the levels as I use or whatever, definitely it's good to put the Fibonacci and sell or use the continuation of the trend on the numbers bigger than the 50%, because the 50% it's mostly gonna be broken, and price will be taken the higher. So with the USD JPY, I will be looking for the shorts in this zone, which is the daily zone, daily trend line, retest of the broken trend line, as well it's the zone on the 4 hours chart, and it's somewhere around here. So it could be, it's probably somewhere here on the weekly, and it will be a retest of this monthly pin bar. So here I will be looking for the shorts. If you look to the data, we can see I think it's nothing extra in here. So we can see that the banks are actually they closed their shorts, then they added some longs. Sorry, they closed some longs last week from here, which caused these drops. Then they add some, then they reported that they having the longs, but it's after this candle. So they probably moving the price up right now, and they didn't have the shorts yet. They had the less shorts here. So I'm sure that they have right now more shorts, and they still building, and they will probably close these longs here, and they will have much bigger number of their shorts, and they will continue with the trends down. If we look to the hedgers, it's more clear here. You can see how much they closed their long positions in last 2 weeks. So they closed almost the 1/2 of their longs positions. Why they do it, and why they not adding more? They actually added like a 3K longs, but it's nothing in compare what they closed. So why is it? Because they don't expect the price to go up. Yeah. So what they will probably doing more, what we will see here, we will probably see that they will add some more longs to stabilize the price, and then while the price start to move down, they will be adding the they will be adding the more longs to stabilize the price here, to make their hedges. So this is from me everything, my friends, from the COT and these analysis. And definitely, my friends, go to my website and join my Telegram channel. You definitely will find it useful, I'm sure. Simply go to this website, FX Hunter Wealth, and find these FX educative signals, and you can join my Telegram channel where you can see all the updates. And if you're interested into to join our premium membership, just click into this one, and it's the simple one-time donation for the lifetime membership, where it's all updates, all explanations, and definitely a little bit more, or even much more than what I post in the free Telegram channel. In there you as well, you can get this trade list which we have with all the people what we trade, and with the trades, and it's updated, and you just set it and start to learn and earn as well. Here are some results. Actually, this guy who is in my Telegram channel, he growed his account from the 2.5 to the 39k. This guy is crazy. He's using the big lots, but he's doing really well. Here is some another results from the client. You can see that the trades are running in almost like 10% profit. Here is our gold trade, which we entered on the top as per our analysis. This is another happy guy who posted me his results as well. He's making the money on this gold trade and another trades which we did. Another guy, this one is making almost 10%. There is another guy. So everyone in this group, they having these trades which I'm posting, and they're making them nice profits. Here is another one, small one. So those who send me, I want to thanks to those who send me these results, and yeah, so this is it. So I wish you a great weekend, and bye bye, my friends.